This is Roland Campos. After years of living in New York City, he's experienced it all. From burgers to bonbons, Roland has taken more than a bite out of the Big Apple. He comes to you today, ready to rate all of New York City's food. This is the Food Court.
Welcome to Roland's Food Court. I'm your host, Roland Campos. Thanks for joining us tonight, and we have a great show today. From the Food Network's Restaurant Possible, we have Robert Irvine. And also our other guest will join us later on. We also have from Brisket Town in Delaney's Chicken, the owner himself, Daniel Delaney. As always, I'm joined by the crazy-ass, drunk / sober chef.
What the hell does that even mean?
I don't know. Restaurateur, consultant, and owner of Marie's Italian Specialties and Marie's Chicken Joint.
Both in Chatham, New Jersey. Beautiful town if you're rich.
Well, I didn't say you joined me yet, but yeah, we'll get there.
I'm jumping in.
I know, you're my man. Carl, the Angry Cuban. Say hello to Carl Ruiz.
What's
Carl,
up?
How are you doing?
Good, man.
How's everything going?
Everything's going good.
Yeah, you seem a little jumpy today.
I'm a little jumpy. I've been in a car for a whole week. I was in Canada and driving around in Maine and all that bullshit. So,
how are the people there, eh?
Canada, they're great. They're like normal people.
Did you do any drinking while you were up there?
Oh, yeah. I bought a display bottle at the only liquor store they have of Canadian Club, bigger than my body. And we drank it in a day. And we were throwing potatoes at each other.
Nice. If you guys want to see what Carl looks like, I suggest follow him on Twitter at Carl Ruiz Ruiz, or go to his Instagram. You probably will see his ass cheeks.
Of course.
At Sabor, Saber Chef?
Sabor.
What's
It's another language, bro. Get with it. Sabor. It's Spanish for flavor. SABORCHEF.
I thought that's Savor.
No. You just sound like you just had a stroke when you say that.
I thought that's Spanish. I'm Mexican. My mom's now sad, screaming at the radio, saying, "No, cabron."
She's screaming in Mexican.
She is. She yells at me in Mexican when I'm in trouble. She's like, "Pendejo."
That's funny.
I thought my name was Pendejo for 10 years. When you were up in Canada, what kind of food did you eat up there?
Prince Edward Island's fantastic. You know, it's a small island in the Maritimes, and they're known for mussels, oysters, the famous Malpec oyster, and lobsters. And let me tell you something. If you want to eat real food, hipster-free, you know, just regular people do the same thing for 200 years. That's the best place. I've never had a better oyster out anywhere.
Is it like Luke's Lobsters, or is it better than Luke's lobster roll?
No, you can't even compare them, dude. Seriously. No. Like, it's just so fresh, and it's right there, and everybody knows how to handle seafood.
Oh.
You know, like here in the city, like the chef knows about seafood, and everyone else is like, you know, I used to work at TGI Fridays or whatever. Yeah. Like everyone knows what to do.
You're posting all these great pictures while I was stuck at Comic-Con eating a bowl of shit.
How bad was the food at Comic-Con?
Well, the people smells there. First of all, you get the stench of the smell is awful.
How many mothers came to pick people up when you were outside?
It was probably like 100,000 moms waiting out there. they're all saying, they're all trying to get on Match.com, like telling the other women, the cosplay girls, how great their sons are.
What the hell did you eat? I know you ate the whole time, too.
Well, you go to get Starbucks, it's like 2-hour line just to get Starbucks. It's like $8 a coffee.
That's terrible. I hate Starbucks.
And then you either get the Hulk burger, which is with guacamole, or you get the Iron Man burger, which you know you can blow it right out your ass.
They have cartoon named food.
That's all. That's what you have to order. I'll take the Hulk burger, and I'll take your Iron Man French fries.
And I would like to know what a woman feels like inside, because I'm a nerd.
Oh no! When you walk in Comic-Con, your dick goes right between your asshole.
It's like a eunuch party.
It's like you will not get a girl there. But I did. But thank
What
God,
happens like when there's a hot girl that walks by? What happens?
There's a million guys following right behind.
Like with the Jurassic Park T-shirts?
Yeah, I followed 4 of them too myself. I was part of that group. But they did have food trucks this year, which was very, very great. I was very grateful for that.
What did they serve? Like the RoboCop fluid and stuff?
No, they actually had the krill food truck, which was awesome. But they had all these great food trucks, but they sold out by noon because everybody was too hungry.
Well, everyone overslept in their mother's basement to get to the Comic-Con early.
Yeah, I know. I heard you ate the Burger King Black Burger.
I did eat the Black Burger at a rest stop on my way back from Atlantic City.
And let me ask you, did the magic happen in your stomach?
It gave me a stomach ache the same speed a regular Whopper does.
Yeah.
And they said it turns your poop green. It does. It turned my poop a different shade of green, which scared me. Because I was like, well, I guess I guess it's stronger than what I usually, but it didn't taste any different. It sucked, just like the regular one.
Oh, did you hear in the food news? I'm not sure if you heard about the new 30-pound burrito. If you could eat it, you'll become 10% owner of a Williamsburg restaurant.
This is why I'm almost fed up with Brooklyn.
It's only 25,000 calories. It's $150.
I got to pay $150 to eat a burrito that's 30 pounds in Brooklyn.
Yeah, I think the record most eat was 14 pounds.
That's bullshit.
You know what I would do? I would pay $150 and just shit right in the middle of the restaurant.
Roland. It's so gross, man.
Well, so is a 30-pound burrito. Do you know what it does to you? A 1-pound burrito just blows it out of me.
I haven't eaten 30-pound anything. That is disgusting.
Yeah.
What's the name of the restaurant? PRstunt.com?
It's probably like El Hector's, or El Cabrones.
Roland's Rolando Taparia.
Yeah, no, it's like one of those things. It's like, oof.
That is so gross, dude.
Yeah, and I know how entrepreneurs. There's this kid in Colombia opened his own restaurant in this dorm room.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, it's not like he's rich enough. He said, "I'm gonna make an exclusive restaurant where only you could do 8 covers on one night, $20 a head."
Are you serious?
Yeah.
That's the worst thing I've ever heard.
He's coming in soon, so
that's the best thing I ever heard.
Yeah, because it was like 5 months waiting list. So
it's 8 covers, right?
Yeah, so I figured, how do I get in there?
Right.
We'll book him on the show.
We'll bring him here.
We'll bring Jonah here soon.
Use the power of SiriusXM. Very smart, Roland.
Yeah, and then finally, Danny Meyer is eliminate tipping in all his restaurants.
Wow, that's
but in good news is he's raised his price to 25%.
Oh, wonderful.
That's fantastic. What a genius.
How do people...
What a genius.
That guy gets away with murder.
I know, and everybody goes, my God, he's a genius.
He's so on the cutting edge. No one even knows what the hell he's doing.
Yeah. Yeah, and but do you want... We have our first guest. Let's bring him in. Do you want to introduce him, my friend?
Let's class up this thing.
Yes.
Robert Irvine. There he is. Oh, my God. Yeah. What's up, Robert Irvine?
Listen, you're the only guys I would ever wait 20 minutes for.
Sorry.
Yeah. So we're running behind. It's Carl's fault.
Yeah, he knows what's going to happen to him in about 30 seconds.
It's an honor to have you here, Mr. Irvine.
Holy shit, a real legitimate Food Network star.
Yeah.
The highest rated guy on the whole channel.
Congratulations.
Hey, listen, I just cook. Right?
Well,
we cook. You've been on the show.
Oh, man.
Well, actually, before the show, Carl told me not to ask you this, but how was he in Dinner Impossible? He told me not to ask you, but I had to ask you.
I'm going to tell you, I am I put nerves and fear in people anyway, and I've known him for a long time. Yeah. Carl is an amazing chef, and he really is, and he's an even better friend. But he was nervous.
How did this go fucking south so fast?
He was nervous. He was nervous, and yeah, I busted his chops the whole time.
My God.
But he made me laugh. I almost peed my pants laughing at him. He was so funny.
But let me tell you something. When you go on that show, now, I thought that, all right, the fix is in on this show, right? So Robert Irvine talks to me like he's deploying a Navy SEAL. He's like, you'll be in New Mexico, 3 o'clock. I'm like, what the fuck? He's going to play this role the whole fucking time? So all of a sudden, I land in New Mexico. There's literally all the production crew, everyone just like camped around drinking coffee. I'm like, this is holy shit. I said, okay, here comes Mark Summers. He's going to tell me, all right, this is when we stop, and then this is when it's not happening. It's not happening. It's not happening. And he walks around with these black T-shirts, right? And you think, well, okay, well, it's part of the show. This fucking thing was for real. So all of a sudden, I'm cutting salmon in the middle of a crater in New Mexico.
That's true.
With his sous chefs that are even crazier than he is.
And it was -1 degree.
-1 degree, and we're trying to light ovens with propane. And then Robert goes, I figured out the oven. I go, how'd you figure it out? He goes, I made a bread oven out of clay. I go, that's not figuring out the oven. That's making another oven. Unbelievable. I was awful. If it was up to me, no one would have eaten.
Did everybody eat in that episode?
Everybody,
they did,
every
yeah.
time.
Yeah.
It's real. The show is real, and it's frightening. Don't ever, if he calls you, don't do it. Break a leg, fake an injury.
We haven't shot that show now, Dinner Impossible, 5 years, and it's still doing great.
It's doing
I think
great.
it's #1 on cooking channels.
Oh my god!
So
Yeah, so now you're doing Chopped Impossible coming
we're
up
doing
October
Chopped
22nd?
Impossible, which is on next Thursday, 8 p.m. on Food Network, followed by the new season of Restaurant Impossible Ambush. So Chopped Impossible is really cool because it's 12 returning champions. One of them, so I'm judging, which is kind of funny because I have no filter with judging. I tell you as it is. And the rest of the judges.
When you mean
really
judging,
nice.
you mean everything.
Yeah, I mean, like, hey, listen. So it's really cool because there's an arc of a story about the people. Yes, it's about food and stressful ingredients. They're the worst baskets you could ever imagine, and believe me, they are. Food Network did a great job of that. But it's about the journey of those people in those to go against me. Mm-hmm. Which is great in itself, and you'll love the show. It's 4 episodes, a special thing. I hope it turns into something more. If it doesn't, it's okay. But Restaurant Impossible follows that. So we have 2 hours of Robert Irvine on Thursday. Yeah, for the next 4 weeks. It's kind of crazy.
Welcome to the Robert Irvine channel.
Yeah,
Because
that's
like,
okay.
it'll be hard to go against it because I was at one of your dinners for a book release party, and they give you the cereal and chicken, and the people are like, it'll be nothing. And then you made this amazing chicken dish with Captain Crunch and other stuff.
You know, being a chef, you
you.
don't have to be the best chef in the world, right? But the most important thing for me is that you can create product as a chef. As long as you got a knife and some heat sauce,
Right.
You can do it. You can do whatever, you know. And I've seen you, Carl, do amazing things. So for me, it's about having fun doing it. You know, here's my wife calling. Hang on.
Yeah. We'll hold.
You're on speakerphone and you're in the radio.
Sirius XM.
Say hi.
Hey, babe.
Yeah.
Hey, oh, you're on the radio right now?
Yes. Yeah.
So are you.
I
Yep.
know that my room is not, or my name is not added on the room.
All right. I'll get it done. I'll get it fixed. Hang on a minute. Hang on, babe.
That is a celebrity chef problem.
Hey, my wife can't get in the room. Hey, fix it. Somebody fix it.
Yeah, we're talking to Robert Irvine. On Twitter, it's Robert Irvine. Robert Irvine. On Instagram, it's Chef Irvine.
That's correct.
And you're here for the Food and Wine for Pigs and Pints.
Pigs and Pints. We've got
Tonight.
Rachel Ray's Burger Bash tonight.
Saturday, 7.
And Pigs and Pints is tomorrow. Pretty cool. And then a demo on Sunday. Boston on Monday. Atlantic City Monday night. No, it's just kind of a crazy schedule, but a lot of fun.
Yep.
But I got to tell you, you're going to love Ambush. So this season of Restaurant Impossible, and I'm hijacking the show right now, is really cool because I go undercover, and they don't know I'm coming, and I don't know where I'm going, and it's like fireworks. Fireworks. So a lot of fun.
Is it from the restaurants you were in the past to see how they're doing?
Yeah, I was just doing one in actually Pennsylvania, and I went back to the amazing one of the first shows we ever did, Dodge City Steakhouse. They were bankrupt. The guy wanted Doug was having a hard time. Here's the guy, if you remember, that dropped to his knees and said, "Praise God."
Yeah.
I remember that episode. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
Well,
great episode.
I went to have dinner with him the other night, and I have to tell you, the food was amazing. Number one, and it really was. And more importantly, the decor was the same as I did it 4.5 years ago. It was in amazing condition. They're making $1 million plus a year.
Wow.
And life is good.
That's unbelievable.
Because they just listen to you, like, do
Yeah,
my
just
steps.
follow-
You saved that guy's life.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah.
Follow the plan, and you can do anything.
So this season, are we going to see some people that just blundered it?
Oh, my goodness.
I can imagine.
Did you
I
go
ju-
off on them, though, when you saw them?
I don't have my phone because Justin has it, but I'll show you a picture. I'm undercover, 3 hours to put makeup and disguise on, and
Well, I'm saying you're like a bodybuilder. How are you going to go undercover in a restaurant?
I wear a blanket. No, I'm kidding. It's a lot
I
of
wear
fun.
a muumuu. I can't wear normal clothes
A
anymore.
lot of fun. A lot of fun.
That's funny. That's a great show, though.
Yeah, we look at we've 147 episodes. We just shot our last show of season 12 last night in White House, New Jersey, and hopefully there's a 13th, 14th, 15th, 16th, etc., etc.
Speaking of the White House, you won the 2015 Patriot Award for the Medal of Honor.
The Medal of Honor Society, yeah, it was a big deal for me.
That's a big deal.
Yeah.
When you and I travel 150 days a year with our men and women uniform, and they're all listening out there. Big shout out to you, because if it wasn't for the hundreds of thousands of men and women standing to watch every day around the world, we couldn't do this, right?
Right.
So sitting in a room with 38 Medal of Honor recipients that have given, their life, their commitment, their courage, their family, their time, etc., and to receive the Bob Hope Award, because Bob Hope was English,
right.
and I'm an American.
I didn't know
citizen,
that.
but he was actually English, so. We share the same thing, and
right.
with actually General Dunford, the new chairman of the Joint Chiefs,
right?
Who wasn't that Thursday night was the commandant in the Marine Corps. On Friday, he was sworn in as the Joint Chiefs of Staff.
Yeah, it's a big deal.
Robert Kraft. It was just a big deal because I'm humbled to be able to serve our men and women in uniform.
And your foundation, the Irvine Foundation, helps the men and women also.
Yeah, we support. Garrett Sinise and I are partners in the Invincible Spirit Festivals. He plays with Lieutenant Dan Band. This is a guy that...
How cool is he?
I got to tell you, talk about a mentor and commitment. This guy travels the globe. He's doing movies. He's doing TV shows. And it's all about our veterans, their caregivers, their families, our firefighters, all the things that he believes in. My foundation supports. I believe wholeheartedly in them. In 4 years, he's built 36 homes. There's only 5 quadruple paraplegics in the whole war on terror, and they're building the 5th home now. So we're doing good work, God's work.
Yeah,
That's great. Good for you.
And then your Fit Fuel, was it your new adventure?
It's my new book.
And
it's funny you are holding it.
Yeah, will this help?
Who give that to you?
No, just no. Will this help Carl and I, because we're two men of
Listen, you look at these pictures. Number one,
we're chubbies,
right. You're not chubbies. You just chose a different lifestyle than me. But you
we
get on the program.
We can't say no to donuts.
It shows you how to work out. This you're going to look at that in 8 weeks.
8 weeks.
8 weeks. Are you into that for 8 weeks? Do you want that? 8 weeks. Wow. 8 weeks. 50
Is that a
years
person?
old.
Is that a person in that picture? That's a cartoon. That's not a real
the
person.
sexiest person you ever see in this book.
Because there's so many diets saying no sugar. You do it, you lose 5-10 pounds, and then I walk by a bakery and I just go in there and order like a dozen donuts.
Oh, hang on a minute. You go in that bag. Go in that bag, Carl. Open that bag.
Last time he did this, I ended up in a crater in New Mexico.
And you cried.
Yeah. It could be a body bag, but anyway. What do we get? Yeah, just give me the bag. Look.
But if you guys want to go to fitfuelbook.com.
Look, I want you to eat this. I was just at a meeting.
I'd like to say to my mother, I love you, goodbye.
This is the best thing you ever... It's a lot of noise, but pick on that, man. Pick on that.
The babka?
It's called Bread's Bakery. Oh, my God. They make the best bread. Isn't that good?
This is fat-free?
It's probably 4 pounds of butter, but I ate a lot, so it's really good.
I was going to say, if this is diet food, I'm ready. I'm ready to lose some weight.
What do they call this?
This is delicious.
I don't know what they call it. I'll tell you in about 2 seconds.
Okay,
But it's like
looks like a
chocolate
babka.
pastry, but it's called
babka.
Babka.
It looks like a babka. It's like Seinfeld episode where George and Jerry goes, "I got to bring a babka, a babka, Jerry."
Of course, Roland knows everything. Babka expert Roland Campos.
Oh my God! I like the crispiness, the butteriness, the chocolateness. Like if I could eat this diet food every day.
And you can look like me.
Yeah.
Well, I ate half that already.
Yeah. Oh my God! It's like so chocolatey.
I went to my
So good.
I stopped going to a doctor to save money because of my weight. Now I go to a vet, and because I'm healthy at a vet, I'm actually pretty good. But how do you start? How do you start?
Well, here's the thing. You know, when you want to be healthy, you look at what's in your pantry, what's in your refrigerator, and you make that choice. I'm not saying going to eat rabbit food and work out 15 hours a day. What I'm saying is, get your kids, go to the supermarket, pick some fresh herbs, some grapeseed oil, some fresh lemons, limes, and get rid of the salt and add the good stuff, and have fun with your kids, because food is about fun, fitness, family. And the food has to be functional.
Right.
And there's also Robert Irvine's Foods. Speaking of foods.
Yep, Robert Irvine Foods. We launched our foods into Giant Foods, Sam's Club, Costco.
What's it all about?
It's all better for you foods. We've got crab cakes, pizzas, chicken wings, all made better with great flavor. And the money that we raise from that goes into the foundation to build these
Chicken
homes
wings,
and do
crab
things.
cakes. You just rattled off my Monday night.
Yeah, well, I know your wife, so.
Please don't tell
How
her.
did you end up with her? Because she is far too good for you.
I've been lying to her for years.
Oh, okay.
She has no idea. She
You
thinks
have a separate life?
no, I just lie to her.
Oh.
And she opens up all these three. There was
So Justin's upset because I opened this now. Look.
Justin, we ate your babka.
Yeah, ate your babka, but
Losing weight. Oh my god,
this is so delicious.
I love it.
With the restaurant, with the new Impossible. What was was there one episode that's super difficult?
they're all difficult.
The heart
because,
crushing for you.
You know, well, anything to do with kids. When you go into a restaurant that's failing, the kids do not sign up for that, right? The families don't sign up for hardship. I did this one yesterday, and there's a lot of sadness, and I can't tell you the sadness. We've had various situations, personal situations that I would never share on air with people because, you know, it's rape, it's suicide, it's all these things that happen in real life drama. I would never show you, but I come across it every day, and I try and tell a story of something that's gone wrong and a plan to fix, to go better, and that's what Restaurant Possible does. It's about real people with real problems, and we give real solutions.
Chef Irvine, has there ever been an episode where you were like floored, like super surprised, like, wow, I don't think this is gonna work out. Like this is just
I mean,
beyond fixing.
Last night was a prime example. I mean, this is the truth. I mean, the refrigerator doors were hanging off. There was food in there that he was cooking with. There was no temperature, no seals. The floors were disgustingly dirty. The walk-in had mold on the milk crates where they got food. Hadn't been cleaned for 3 years, and yet he's a CIA trained chef. How can that happen, right?
Do you think they just give up? What happens?
You know, there's family circumstances, business circumstances. There's no leadership. There's no money. You know, all those things happen. And at the end of the day, it's my job to fix them. And I'll never be out of a job because, hey, there's all these bad restaurants out there.
There's a lot more bad restaurants than good restaurants.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
What's your role tomorrow night for the Pigs and Pints?
come on, man, get on the ball now. Pigs and pints.
Pigs and Pints.
God, Jesus,
yeah.
Roland.
There's so much going on, right?
No,
He's going into a sugar coma because he's eating half the babka.
The babka chunks in my mouth like pigs and pints.
Robert, you've uncovered his undercover
weakness.
babka addiction.
His weakness.
Yeah, you can just chew on the chocolate pigs and pints.
Yes, tomorrow night it's at the Hudson Hotel at 7 p.m. It's kind of fun. Lots of pigs and lots of pints.
Sounds like my wedding.
What is it?
What is it?
It's about pig. You know what? Pig, pork, bacon. You know, it's food.
Oh, so it's all pork.
all pork,
and
all
beer.
beer.
Nice.
Right. So if you don't have enough bacon in your life, you don't have enough beer. Come and see me at the Hudson Hotel tomorrow.
Or see Carl's Instagram.
Even
for
though it's
pigs.
sold out.
Are you going to take us running in the morning to burn it off?
I was thinking tonight.
No, I can't run. I only run if someone's chasing me with something that can kill me. Right away. Like if you're chasing me with a pretzel, I won't run.
Okay.
But a gun, I'll run.
I've seen you run.
You made me run. It's different than seeing me run than making me run.
It's like watching when he runs. It's like watching a duck waddle.
Yeah. And when he runs drunk, it's like a duck.
No, he
He's like-
doesn't. He can't even run when he's
No.
drunk. His legs drag behind his body.
Yeah,
I've seen it.
When I get drunk and I have to run, I lay down, call Uber, and then my mother.
Yeah.
I'm in the Uber, Mom.
I need an Uber.
Last
Mom.
time he was drunk, he put towel on his head, used the basically what was it they cover the table with
The
Tablecloth?
tablecloth. I don't
How's
know,
America
brain,
treating you, Roland?
My brain just he used it as a cape and left the restaurant. Yeah, and they go, "Is he gonna come back?" I go, "I don't think so."
I remember that the first time I saw Robert after the show. Well, I think Robert doesn't realize how strong he is. He put me in a headlock. I remember.
I did, yeah.
Put me in a headlock. The next day, I had to do a demo with Guy Fieri, and I couldn't turn my neck. And he knew. Guy turns around, he looks at me, and goes, did Irvine put you in that goddamn headlock yesterday? Was that you? You look red like a jelly bean. I was like, I think he broke my neck. He's a very strong guy.
We're in Atlantic City racing on the boardwalk with them push carts. Right?
Robert Irvine and Guy Fieri.
It's the truth.
Take over the push carts in Atlantic City, and they race down the boardwalk.
Let me tell you
something.
The trouble
Who
is,
won?
mid 45 miles an hour, I jump from mine onto his, and the whole thing tips on the floor.
Yeah.
Wow.
Everybody,
unbelievable.
Everybody on the floor.
Wow.
We're not drinking.
But the thing is Robert Irvine. That's when you see that the difference between Guy Fieri and Robert Irvine. The guy's like a cat. Fieri was done. One shot done. All his jewelry came off. It was a mess.
Yeah, a lot of fun.
Yeah, Chef. Well, we're joined by actually the owner of Delaney Barbecue and Delaney Chicken, Chef Dan Delaney.
Hey.
How are you?
Thank you for having
Yeah,
me.
we're here with Chef Robert Irvine and Chef Carl Ruiz.
Hello.
Thanks for stopping by.
Thank you.
Yeah, Daniel, I know, is known for their briskets.
More diet food.
More diet food besides the chocolate babka.
I want the babka.
Everyone wants the babka.
Would you like some brisket?
No, I'll take you a little piece.
Yeah,
of it.
yeah.
A little piece of brisket. It's kind of crazy. It's this giant.
tell us about
do you
this
bring,
brisket.
Do you bring Vanna White everywhere with you? She's like this.
So yeah, this is you know,
Oh my God!
we
Look at that.
Wow.
it's like straight up Texas style. You know,
Did this brisket just come out? Because it looks like
Yeah, and then it went into an Uber and
Daniel.
across the bridge. And
Daniel, do me a favor.
yes, sir.
Tell me who you are. Tell me what you do.
So
We just don't want you to come up here and we eat your brisket and kick you out.
deploy. I own 2 restaurants now. One of them is called Brisket Town. It's in Williamsburg. It's right by Peter Luger. And I opened that, you know, in I guess like 20 days. It'll be our 3-year anniversary. And
Are you counting or is the bank counting?
and you know, so we serve barbecue that's in the style of what you'd find in Texas.
Nice.
So brisket's the main thing. Pork ribs. We have no chicken on the menu. We serve no sauce.
I noticed your restaurant has no sauce at all.
No sauce, and that's been quite the fight for I don't know. It's like, well, now 3 years, right? So, and then recently just opened up another place, which is right in Midtown, and that's a fried chicken joint.
Oh,
And
what made you pick Midtown?
well, you know, the folks that do that thing called Madison Square Eats,
Yes.
were opening up a food court and contacted me about it, and just basically gave me the opportunity to kind of get started there. And I thought it would be a great way to sort of incubate a new concept. And so it's doing well, and I think we're going to look for more locations soon.
Yeah, are you gonna focus more on chicken or barbecue in your next location, or both?
Both. Well, I think that we're going to keep going in both directions. I think that the experience is going to be very different. The chicken thing will stay much more of like fast food, like grab it and go sandwiches. Did we bring some sandwiches? We did. Yeah. We have sandwiches too.
Oh, nice.
Chicken sandwiches.
But people who are used to sauce, like a restaurant, like I went there, it was phenomenal. Where do people like once they go, I need sauce, you need sauce, they kind of calm down?
It's hard. We've definitely had some people just storm out. Really, they've been really angry about it, and they just wanted to leave, and that was it. But most people are into it, and if we're doing our job right, then you don't need it. It really is a crutch. It's a really great way to hide crappy barbecue.
How'd you start?
Well, I was making videos for like 3 years all about food and traveling the country doing that, mostly about food trucks. And we fell in love with barbecue when I was down in Texas, eventually bought a big smoker in Austin, brought it up to New York City, and then spent the summer of 2012 just practicing. And we cooked like 7,000 pounds that summer in this like sort of pop-up series that we did called Brisket Lab. Right. And so we just practiced every day, kept making barbecue, and eventually got to the point where we were happy with what we were doing, and then scraped some money together and got a little restaurant opened.
Yeah, I heard you sold was it 200 pounds online?
Yeah, we needed to, like, I didn't have any money. I didn't have a liquor license.
Nice sausage.
I had nothing, right? So I needed to figure out.
Yeah.
Someone's excited.
Hello. That's a nice sausage, Daniel.
Oh, I guess.
It takes big sausages to open a restaurant in New York City.
Yeah, you know, we had no cash. We had no way of getting started. So what we did was
That's good.
the chicken sandwich.
Yeah.
Chicken sandwich is good.
I'm gonna give you a piece of advice. Put the chicken and the brisket together.
Oh, that's dirty. Dirty.
Robert Irvine, take his advice. He's got a couple shows.
Right.
There's a Robert Irvine channel, and then when he's on the commercials, they talk about the Food Network.
So we built like our own Kickstarter basically, and we got a ton of people. And it's right, we sold 3,200 pounds of brisket for $25 a pound in just under 48 hours.
Wow.
It was crazy. And so then all these people have been coming to our restaurant now for 3 years. They feel connected in a way that most people don't feel to a restaurant, because in a sense we wouldn't be here without them. It's a very loyal group.
I have to say your sausage is beyond phenomenal.
Yeah, you like it?
I like it. If they had the bite to it, the crisp, it's juicy, spicy. Yeah, it's really, really good. And
What else do we have?
I've ribs.
oh, ribs
Too. We've got everything.
the brisket. How long did you have to cook that brisket that we have?
So
here?
the brisket is really traditional. We take a whole brisket, not the kind that you'd buy like in the grocery store, but the whole piece, which is 2 different cuts together. We trim
And how
it.
do you get? Say I want to order that, right? Say I
Yeah.
want to talk to my butcher. How do I get that?
Well, it's a little hard when you go to the grocery store, but if you go to to even Fairway and say I want a packer brisket
A packer brisket
or an untrimmed brisket, that's what you need. And it's way like for like Jewish holidays, always go with that. Never go with just the flat. It's boring and lean and dry.
If people want to see you, it's Delaney Barbecue. It's DELANEYBBQ.com.
Absolutely.
Or at Delaney or at Daniel Delaney for your Twitter.
Yeah.
And or Brisket Town is in Bedford in Brooklyn.
Yes, sir.
Or Delaney Chicken in 230 Park Avenue.
That's right.
Roland, Robert Irvine has to go because he's important and we're not.
We'll
He's
give
famous.
him
you realize
ribs
that.
real quick before he goes. Give him a quick goodbye, ribs.
No,
Have a goodbye, rib.
Have a goodbye, rib.
you know I'm the rib king, right? So be careful.
Oh, we'll see how is it, Mr. Irvine?
I love the way you say Mister. You don't need to. Robert's pretty cool.
Robert,
He does. He's scared of you and probably attracted to you at the same time.
what's the story you tell me?
It's really good.
That's good. Robert said pretty good. He's
Really good.
He's not talking. That's good.
That's good, yeah.
For the first month
Really
I
good.
knew Robert, I thought my name was You Suck. I'm like, maybe it's the accent, but it sounds like You Suck to me. All right, Robert.
I would never say that, but thanks for having me, guys.
Robert, thank you.
Unbelievable stuff. Really is good.
Thank you.
So
Someone
need to
get
put
him
the
a napkin,
you need
please.
You need to put the chicken not together with it, but serve it together because you're going to draw a lot of people in with that chicken.
Why don't we serve it together why don't we do the Irvine sandwich?
Now we're
Yes.
talking.
For
The
1 month
Irvine
at the chicken
sandwich.
place.
I
Can we
love
do
it.
that?
I would eat that anyway.
All right.
Nice.
There you go.
All right. Good
Shiny
luck.
endorsement.
Nice.
Go eat burgers.
Great to see you, Robert.
And then we'll read your book after the babka.
I love it.
Thank you, Robert Irvine.
Robert Irvine.
And Robert Irvine.
The most famous guy to do the show ever. No, seriously.
And Chef Irvine on Instagram.
Seriously. The most famous. I mean,
Thank you very much.
unbelievable. Thank you very much, Justin. Be good.
Brisket. You brought 1,500 pounds of brisket here.
We're going to open a small restaurant in the studio in a couple minutes.
Fix it.
Yeah.
Oh, man. How
Daniel-
cool is Irvine, huh?
Oh yeah, I mean,
great.
he just came up with like another sandwich for Daniel.
But let me ask you something. What do you have to do to wear a tracksuit and look good like that? Because if I wear a tracksuit like that, I'd be like, I look like I'm on Catch a Predator.
I mean, when you shake my hand, it's like a manly shake, and I have like the feminine. Like,
Oh, you
"Hi."
have such a soft Twinkie eating hand.
I do, but then I don't want to shake the hand because I want to eat my ribs.
All right. So now that we're doing chef talk, let's start. Let me reset this. All right, because talking to Robert and doing all this shit, there's really good food in front of me. I want to know exactly what the hell I'm eating.
Mm-hmm.
So let's start. The brisket, unbelievable. Packer biscuit. That's
Yep.
how you order it, right?
So it's I mean it's an untrimmed brisket. And it's big. Each cow has 2 of them, one on the right side, one on the left, and it's it's a 14-pound piece of meat. It's huge.
It's unbelievable.
Thank you.
Phenomenal.
And I'm a chef. I hate everything that people bring.
Thank you.
I'm like, I could do better. I can't do better than this.
So we trim it and we rub it down with salt and pepper. We grind the pepper fresh and then we rub it. We let it sit in the refrigerator for about a day, and then what happens is the salt pulls some of the moisture out and it forms like a sticky kind of surface. And that really helps to capture the smoke as it goes into the smoker.
So you're running head and head like a pastrami.
Exactly.
So right.
Well, yeah, but just for 24 hours, right?
Right. For 24 hours, you do making pastrami.
Right, exactly. So then it goes in the smoker. We don't use lighter fluid, no charcoal. We cook outdoors, no indoor smokers, no like electric gas powered stuff. We're only using white oak to smoke
Nice.
and nothing else.
Nice.
No lighter fluid. And so really the final product is all about the operator. It's all about how attentive they are to the
What
fire.
temperature?
So, I think that the biggest lie that exists in barbecue is the word low and slow. I think that that's how you make dry, disgusting barbecue.
Thank you very much.
And so what we do is when we find that, when you snuff out a candle, how it makes extra smoke.
Right.
Yeah.
So lower temperatures create more smoke. So we
Right.
start off in the 220s and we do that for a few hours, get a real great amount of penetration right into that meat and form that beautiful pink smoke ring on the exterior of the meat. Then we go up a little higher and we get the fat to start to render out. And that's where we see the brisket really change in size. And we go from like a 14-pound brisket down to about 9 pounds.
Wow.
We're dropping a lot in fat that renders off, right?
It's almost like the Brisket read Robert Irvine's book.
Yeah.
And then at the end,
Sorry.
we crank it. And what happens when we crank it, and we go up to like 350, which is different most people don't go that high.
This is the first time I've heard something like that.
But what happens is
We're breaking news here, Roland.
we blister all that fat. So all the fat that was just rendering out on the top now it gets exposed to a huge amount of heat and it caramelizes. And it gets sweeter. And so a lot of the depth and flavor
I'm tasting
comes
it.
from that sort of brown caramel sugar from the rendered fat.
I mean, this sausage is like the juiciest sausage I ever ate. It's
Obviously,
phenomenal.
ADD Roland.
What?
Now, explain to me this sausage.
Sausage.
Yeah.
So the sausage is, again, take a cue out of Central Texas. Texas, they have this thing called the Trinity. It's brisket, pork ribs, and sausage. And that's what we wanted to be able to offer that at a Texas barbecue joint. And so when the sausage is certainly the thing that took us the most. It was, literally 7 months of failures to try and get to where we are today.
Right.
It's simple. It has 5 or 6 ingredients: salt, peppers, a little bit of cayenne, some chili powder, onion powder, and some garlic. So we have no mysteries. All of our recipes on the website. It's
Trust me,
it's all about the
you
technique,
could say
right?
you could say everything. No one's gonna fucking make sausage.
but exactly. But the hard thing is cooking it properly. And what we found is that while most places in Texas will cook their sausage at a relatively high temperature, we found that causes it to break and shrivel up, which, when you have like a hot dog at 4th of July that's been out too long, it looks disgusting. Right. Well, as a way to avoid that, we cold smoke our sausage for about 5 or 6 hours. So it never gets to this point where the fat liquefies and leaks out of the casing itself.
Right.
So we always keep it at a low temperature. And then just before you eat it, we heat it to a temperature that's, that you want on your plate. And the sausage generally never stays hot for more than 15 minutes. It actually is a lot more plump when you get it at the restaurant. You bite into it and it just pops.
I am constantly
great.
saying that about sausage. And when I'm in those situations, I'm like, it's usually different.
Yeah, it's a hard thing.
It's super juicy too.
And then the chicken, which is the newest thing, is
Let's ease into this because this is a really good chicken sandwich. I had Davy Chang's the other day.
I've been trying to give him as many pointers as possible.
Please, I think you should call him.
No, I love the fuku sandwich. Is amazing. I think it's really great.
Don't curse at me.
When we set out to do chicken, I was inspired by some places that I just fell in love with in New Orleans, and found that a number of places were not dredging. So normally when you go to like KFC or any of the big chains, what they're doing is they're taking their chicken and they're rolling it around in flour that has some seasoning, and then that's going into the fryer, right? What we wanted to do was to create what would be batter dipped chicken. So we're taking our chicken, we're actually dipping it into a batter that's not that unlike pancake batter. And that liquid covered chicken is going into the fryer. And what happens is that the final texture is a lot lighter. It's a lot crispier. It almost has like a wafer cookie texture when you get it fresh and right out of the fryer. And it's just so unlike anything that's in the New York like chicken scene right now.
The look of it looks like very high quality tempura.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, and tempura is not unlike. I mean, we don't use club soda in how we do it. We do it a little bit differently, but yeah, it's definitely similar.
Talk to me about the bun because this is a potato bun.
It's a white bun.
It looks like a potato bun.
Maybe it's deceiving.
I might have diabetes. I may be blanking out.
I think that it's from the babka.
It's the babka. So it's a regular one.
It's a white.
But this is I've never seen this bun itself before. This definitely isn't a run of the mill. What is it?
It you know what it is. We keep changing the bun, but we are like I'm done with the potato rolls everywhere in New York City.
Is this Pepperidge Farms white?
What is it today?
That's Near Eyes white bread 4-inch butter roll.
It's a 4-inch white bread butter roll. But we've been
delicious.
we've been changing it through the week, finding the right one.
You'll be happy for a little while.
Yeah.
It's like me and Nikes. You know, I'm like, oh, I need that sneaker. And I'm like,
You can tie your shoes. Like,
I just made that up with Nikes. I don't wear
that's
shoes.
Velcro.
I just did a fat joke. I fat shamed you. A fat guy fat shamed you.
You can't fat shame me if you're fatter than me.
Yeah, you can.
No,
It's-
it washes out.
I know, but it's cool.
Finish the babka. Fat shamer.
Yeah. Again, though, Daniel Delaney, if you wanted to go, DelaneyBarbecue.com and at Daniel Delaney on Twitter.
Can I plug something?
Please, plug.
Here's the deal.
Anything you want. You
This
want to
is-
sing a song?
This is the best thing. We give away free barbecue
What?
on your birthday. So you go over to
Ooh, soon.
birthdaymeat.com.
Oh my God, that
Dropping
was my
your email
mom's
address.
nickname in high school.
But get on the list, and 10 days before your birthday, you get like a free coupon for barbecue. It's amazing. People love
What?
it. They love it. It's great. Well, as a kid, you didn't get the thing from like Dairy Queen. You got like a free cone or something
Yeah.
on your birthday.
Why
Why does that need to end?
I came from a Cuban immigrant family.
Oh.
We would just thank God that we're still in America on my birthday.
Yeah, I grew up in Santa
Another
Monica.
day.
I grew up in Santa Monica. We just tossed them. We're like, whatever. We don't need these.
He didn't grow up in Santa Monica. He meant Mexico.
Yeah, same thing. Feels the same. So, do you have any desserts at your restaurant?
Are you hungry still?
A little bit.
Look at Roland.
We serve pie at the restaurant. We're working on some stuff for the chicken place
See,
as well.
I love pie because cake. I'm over. I'm over cake. Pie is delicious.
Pie is the future.
What kind of pie do you have right now?
It changes. We're always changing the flavor. We try and have, but we're not here to reinvent the wheel. Everything that we're about is.
But you have, because everything you do has a complete food nerd technique to it. It's not,
Yes, right.
But
you
achieve classic flavors, but the way
Right.
you go about it is
It's very
completely
different, yes.
modern.
But I mean, the flavors are always very classic. You'll never find like cardamom in our pie.
No.
It's going to be apple pie or blueberry or pumpkin.
Right.
Very, very familiar flavors.
Well, if you give Roland a piece of pie, 100% chance he does something creepy, like ask you to go to a Louis C.K. concert, like he did to the last guest. That
No,
was so weird.
It was like asking her out on a date. They didn't know how to do it. So I was like, hey, come cater my boss's dinner. And then they go, hey, do you want to go to the Ricky Gervais concert?
You're a creep.
I did. The day went south.
Oh, you think?
Yeah, she goes, did you just use me? I was like, ah. I go, you got paid. You got paid for your desserts.
I think I like you if your answer is,
But her cupcakes was better than her personality.
Who is this?
don't even say
It's,
it.
it's another guest. That was
All right,
she
so
revealed. Boo.
please, Daniel, I'm learning a lot from you.
Mhm.
These pork ribs, talk to me.
Pork ribs. They're the most colorful of things that we serve. We have a rub. So we're taking spare ribs. When you go to the grocery store, you can buy spare ribs. Very easy. The difference between a spare rib and the St. Louis cut is that they're removing the rib tips. We don't do that. With just more meat, it's good. And baby backs are same thing, but just further along the spine, so they're
Right.
smaller. We like spares, good amount of meat on the bone, and they lay flat in the smoker. We take them, we rub them with salt, pepper, cayenne, garlic powder, onion powder, paprika, and that's it. They go right into the smoker. Towards the end, we glaze them with a little bit of a I guess it would be a gastrique that we make with, which is brown sugar, molasses, a little apple cider vinegar, and apple juice.
Right.
And we reduce that into a syrup, and we put that on just lightly as a glaze, and just to give it a little sweetness. And that's it.
I love the way you talk. I want to get a CD of him to help me fall asleep at night. Just talking about pork glazes and stuff. Let me look. You don't look like you're from Texas.
No.
Okay.
no.
How'd you fall in love with barbecue?
It was actually never the food. I mean, I like eating barbecue. It's not my favorite food.
You're addicted to food pictures on Instagram?
I think I love the culture of barbecue.
Right.
Like I find it really romantic that in order to produce great barbecue, you have to put in a lot of time. Like the constraints are so tight. It's wood and salt and pepper and meat. And whether that is shitty or it's wonderful is
Right.
all about how much effort you put into tending that fire and really looking at the protein and making sure that it's cooking properly.
So you love the romance of
I
the-
really do. And I think that with most of the things, like, my manager here is wearing a bow tie. There's clearly like there's a theater, I think, and that I find really romantic to hospitality and to food service.
That's great.
Yeah.
You guys also won Best Breakfast, too.
Yeah, we were doing.
What's that all
they're
about?
going to come back. We were doing breakfast tacos, and
No one does that here.
I know it'll be back. Stay tuned. But yeah, and it was weird. New York Magazine and Time Out both gave us like best breakfast. I didn't expect it, but they're really good. They're dangerously good.
You're doing good food, man.
Thank you.
You know, I
appreciate that.
just cooked down with Billy down from Hometown Barbecue
he's
and
great.
Pat Martin from Martin's in Tennessee. I did the Tennessee Food and Wine Festival.
Yeah.
And there's one thing that I enjoyed watching, and it was like all these barbecue pros. Everybody was down there. Everybody from Alabama, all these crazy guys. We did a whole live fire cooking thing, and all these like amateur barbecue people would come up to us and ask us the most mythy bullshit stuff like, I pray over my wood chips at night and then I put a sock in the smoker. And I'm like, what? There's so much myth and stuff, wrong information about barbecue that, you know, when you meet a guy like this, he's like, that's all bullshit, guys.
It's
You know what I mean?
true. It
Learn the
is.
fundamentals. You have to know science. Barbecue is the pastry of savory food. Like, you have to know the science.
I think that because all the time we get emails where people earnestly want to learn. You know,
Right.
they're really interested. They want to buy a smoker. They don't know what to do. And I always give them the same feedback, and that is that like the most important thing if you want to get into barbecue is get the biggest smoker that you can get your hands on.
Volume.
The hardest way to cook barbecue is to go to Home Depot and spend $100 on a smoker.
Right.
Though the guys that do that and can create a great brisket are so much smarter than we are.
Right.
We honestly like the size totally matters with barbecue,
I know.
right? The bigger the smoker, the further it's going to be from the heat source, and the easier it is to control.
Right.
So like that's all it is,
Right.
and the rest of it is.
And the pros, you see them, they even in events, like even if the event is small, they bring the giant rig
You got
because
it.
they're comfortable with it.
oh yeah, you got it.
Does wood matter, though? Like the flavor, like a sherry apple or just...
Absolutely. You know, we use white oak because it's what is used really, really dominantly all through the hill country. We prefer that to other flavors. Pork works really well with fruit wood. So if you want to go with like an apple wood or a cherry wood, it's light. We never touch things like mesquite. The flavor is so, it burns so hot, and the flavor is so pronounced that I think that if you don't know what you're doing, it'll very easily ruin what you're trying to make.
And it ends up having like a commercial TGI Friday-ish taste to it for some reason.
Because there's some barbecue places that just over sauce it,
Yeah,
and all you do is like drink the sauce.
and that's it.
Yeah.
No, Roland, that's all you do. No one's drinking the sauce,
me a straw.
Roland.
Is that why they kicked me out?
Yeah, they kicked you out because you had a straw at the barbecue.
They fat shamed me too.
These ribs are very good. And I love that they're full-blown spare ribs.
Yeah, again, it's Daniel Delaney. Thank you for coming. But before that, it's at Daniel Delaney on Twitter, DelaneyBarbecue.com to find out, make reservations, go there. It's the best barbecue I had in a really long time.
Let me tell you something. This is very, very... I just did the Nashville Food and Wine Festival. I ate a lot of garbage down there. And that's another thing. Like, oh, you got to eat here. You got to eat there. And I go to these places. I've been doing barbecue forever. And I'm like, come on, really?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, are you serious? And it's hard because, like, in New York, I'm like, I'll take you to go eat Chinese food, right?
Yeah.
And you'll see the place full of Chinese people, right? But you can't do that with barbecue because everyone has a camouflage hat on.
Yeah. Yeah, and also check out Delaney Chicken, 230 Park Avenue, New York. Brisket Town is in 359 Bedford Avenue, Brooklyn. Go there. Even Robert Irvine said it's one of the best things he ate.
And they're going to have a Robert Irvine sandwich, which I can't wait to
Yeah,
see.
when will the Robert Irvine sandwich debut?
On Monday.
On Monday? Nice. I want to thank Dan Delaney for stopping by the
And
food
bringing
court.
awesome food because usually it's garbage.
Yeah, I mean, it's the best barbecue. It's phenomenal.
Thank you.
Very
And,
good.
thank-
I'm bringing my kids there, and I don't bring them anywhere because they're kind of like they're sticky and
Yeah.
they steal shit.
I know, you throw them in the corner, but you'll feed them. And thank you for Robert Irvine for stopping by the food court and putting up with Carl in Restaurant Impossible. And thank you to everybody. And we will... Oh, that was right. We'll see you
He
next
just
week.
had a stroke.
I just had a stroke for a second. As
Check
the
out
podcast-
at Roland's Food Court on Instagram to see all the pictures of the food that we ate today. And pictures of Roland stuffing his face.
And a picture of Roland's Han Solo T-shirt. His Han Solo is cut in half.
Well, do you know why? Because Han Solo's full. He's tired. He's happy. Chewbacca's somewhere here.
You got to get a bigger Star Wars thing. Maybe the Millennium Falcon or something.
In like a half hour, I'm going to take a shit, do Chewbacca.
Here's Roland's favorite guy, Bruce Springsteen.
Oh, yeah, Bruce Springsteen's new song off the new River, or the reissue River album. And we'll see you next week.
Roland's Food Court is now closed. If you missed it or want to hear it again, check it out on Sirius XM On Demand. Also, check out Roland's Food Court on Instagram. Till next time.